Thanks for checking this out. If you're here on this online seminar, there's a good chance that you're a salon owner and maybe you're got a really busy salon and maybe you're just starting out, maybe been a salon owner for quite a while and something's not quite right. And you know in your gut, you're not sure what it is. You've probably got a busy salon, or maybe your staff aren't busy enough, or maybe takings are high and profits low, or maybe you're just struggling to figure all this out. If that's you, then you're in the right place. We decided that after me being a salon owner for the last 20 years and probably been 20 years ahead of where you are right now, and I class myself as being successful, and I'll share why in this seminar. And also, we coach salon owners now and have done for the last 8 years and got them to a really good stage where they've got, we call a lifestyle. So let's hang around for the next 50 minutes and I'll dive in and I'll show you exactly what it takes to get your salon, hopefully, to that next level. So, what you'll discover on this workshop in the next 60 minutes, we're going to find out how to increase your salon takings, to work less hours on the floor, and to make more profit. And remember, this isn't about working any harder at all. This is for you. If you've struggled to fill your team up, or if you're worried that the busier ones will leave, and you're sick and tired of working all the hours for little reward, I understand that. We get that. And if you want a better work-life balance, and time with your family and big holidays and a smooth running salon, then come and join us for the next short period of time. So let's dive in. Imagine if you had enough money to not worry about paying the bills or making payroll, to pay your team more money, to take good holidays, and pay your way as a family, and to work less. This isn't about working more. Work on the business as well as in the business. Now, you can go to Google, you can go to Facebook, you'll see testimonial after testimonial. We think we're the real deal. We've been doing this now for 8 years. And there's not many people saying bad things about us. So that's a really good thing. So if you guys, it's the first time we've met, I'm Richard McCabe. I am a salon business coach. I've been a hairdresser. I've been an apprentice hairdresser. I've been a salon owner. And I'm just like you. I jumped into being my salon life and just winged it for the 20 years or so. Over 20 years owning multiple salons in multiple countries. And I still have my fingers in 3 salons today. And I've coached hundreds of salon owners just like you that came on their journey of maybe just starting out, maybe wanting to sell, maybe want to make more money, or maybe just want to figure out what it's like to be, a boss. I've worked long hours, I've stressed, I've struggled to pay bills, I've even had trouble with the tax office. So there's nothing that you probably happening in your salon right now that we haven't already achieved or been through, seen. We live a dual life, and literally right now we're recording this. We actually jump in a limo. Limo sounds good, doesn't it? A chauffeur-driven car to the airport, and we're off to Sri Lanka, the Maldives, to Malaysia, and then to Sydney, where we live half our life. And of course, we're falling in love with the UK, but I do hate the cold, and I do love Australia, and I love being by the Pacific Ocean. There's a typo there. I'm trying to live my life in sunshine. Here's my family. My grandchildren, we have 8 of them right now. My newest is Goldie. Say hi to Goldie. And my fur babies, Molly and Rufus, that have sadly passed away this year. And my love, we got married this year in the UK, hence we're going on our honeymoon today. And this is my UK house. You can see it on the left, bit of an Art Deco thing going on. This is the window. If you go way through that window, I'll be in that window there. And on the right-hand side, this is our Oz house right by the beach, and that is our pool. And I'm not here to say this to brag. Your salon journey right now can give you anything you want. You'll see throughout this presentation, it's just a numbers game. If you want to pay yourself X amount of money, your takings just have to be Y. And it is simple as that. But I wasted 20 years to get to this stage. You've got to follow a plan. Otherwise, I'm going to show you the odds are completely stacked against you. So why most salon owners are destined to never make good money? Well, you're not making and keeping as much money as you should. Feels like you're working for nothing. You probably made more money when you were smaller or maybe on your own. And it feels like you're working just to pay the wages, the stock bill, and the taxes. And with so many salon owners going into debt with wages and VAT to pay, I don't think it'll ever change. If this is you, you must change what you're doing. That's pretty obvious. And if you're here on this seminar, there's a good chance that you feel inside that you've given up some time today because something's not quite working for you. And why is this the case? Well, business is a numbers game, and you don't understand it, or you don't want to understand it. You don't like numbers. It's boring. It's confusing. Probably get an accountant to do your tax because it's boring and confusing. So why not get a help with the important numbers that really matter? What are you using at the moment? Your salon software? How's that working out for you? With so many salon owners going into debt, like, I don't think it'll ever change. And if it's you, you must change what you are doing right now because it's not working. It's that simple. Here's some questions for you. What's your wage percentage? Do you know right now? And how much you're spending on stock? Do you know the percentage? Like, what is it? You see, you get an accountant to do your tax because it's boring and confusing. So why not get help with important numbers that matter? You're losing clients, need more new ones, you need to get them back sooner, or you need to give them a better experience. There's some simple things. The biggest indicator right now to find the solution to your team's percentage of wage. So if it's higher than 30%, like you don't have enough clients or you're not charging them enough. Remember, we used to say 3 times wage is what everyone aims for. And everyone goes, oh, that's so old fashioned. It's not. And I'm going to show you why. If you're not hitting that 3 times wage, I know your wage percentage is out of whack and we need to do something about that. And you know why you can't see it? Because you're in it. And all you can see is what's in front of you. You see, you need to be able to zoom up and see the whole lot that's going on. And that's why it's good when you get an outsider to see your business. The moment you show us what's going on in your business, we can see it because we're looking from up here, but you're looking from inside because you're in it, of course. Let me talk to you about Angela and Kyle. They had a successful salon. They jumped on a seminar just like you. They were doing about 700,000. So they had a really good business, but they wanted to crack the million. They've never cracked that million. And they joined us and we set on a unique growth system to get them to that 30% growth in 1 year. This would give them that cool million. So it was simple. We dived in, we got their numbers, we actually went into their salon, we looked at their salon, found exactly what was going on. There's a few tweaks needed. These were clever cookies. They didn't need to, they weren't struggling. They weren't struggling to pay bills. They just wanted to crack that mill. So, you know what? We just literally sorted out exactly what they need to take, found out exactly how many people they needed through the door, trained their staff to lift the average bill up, trained their staff to get clients to return sooner. And in the 12 months, they did 1.1 million and they did it. And we all celebrated together. Like, but they came to every single call and they threw themselves in this. And very, very exceptional people. And we're still friends with them today. And Charlie, who joined us, Charlie had 2 salons. She was busy, and she couldn't see a thing. Don't forget, she was working down at that level. But at the end of the month, the bank account was always empty. Does that resonate with you? Living month to month, and this stressed her out. So Charlie jumped on a seminar like this and decided it was time to change what she was doing. And you know what? It was quite simple. We sort of sat her down and we had a look at her business and went, okay, what is it that you really want? And she just wanted to spend more time with her children and be at home. And she didn't want to spend every 5 minutes, dealing with little things in the salon. So we said, okay, let's get a manager. We'll train the manager. We'll work on the numbers. We'll make sure you can afford this. And literally 12 months later, she has a full-time manager in place. She works 1 hour a month in her business. And you'll see later on, we'll give you exactly what she did with her money when she did that. Absolutely cracked it, which was fantastic. The skills I'm about to share with you, can get you to achieve financial freedom by increasing your salon profits, paying your team better wages, reducing your working hours on the floor, and enjoy stress-free holidays and a balanced life. But you have to invest in this learning. You will not find this on YouTube or in a book. You have to decide that what you're doing isn't working and you want to change. And that's something that you have to decide for yourself. It's you that's the problem. And the good news, because if you're the problem, you're also the solution. We just need to make a commitment that you don't want to run your salon like this anymore. It's as simple as that. Why you might not make any money? What needs to change? And maybe the 9 steps I'm going to show you today to turn your salon around. And if this is you, your takings are flatlined, losing staff, no money, don't understand your numbers at all. Maybe just get into a stage where you're slightly over it. Have no family time. You're doing all the work at home and your husband or your partner or your wife's moaning at you. Working all the hours possible and totally overwhelmed. And maybe you're just lost. And if this is you, you're in the right place. Because there's a reason that you're here today. And many salons like you have been on a workshop just like this. And it changed their destiny. I remember speaking to Susan. She has a busy salon that was making good money. But Susan was ready to get off the tools. She wanted to not work the salon anymore and just do something else, another job that she had lined up. So we set implementing some systems, marketing SOPs, and some profit sharing. And I remember she phoned me once and she says to me, "Hey, I've got 100,000 bank account. What do I do with it?" And I went, "You do what you want with it. It is yours." Currently, Susan has a full-time manager and she speaks to that manager once a month, and her salon is making profit every single month without fail. She's actually started a brand new business at the moment and absolutely loving that. But this is possible, and it's possible for you. Just because the average business makes little profits doesn't mean you have to. You see, in the UK, last year and the year before, most people made about 17,000 profit. For us, we increased people's profit by 80,000. Now, not everyone gets that. It's not like the norm, but the salons that come to us and do the work and have got room to grow, it's easy to do. Like if you carry on doing the same thing, you can get the same results. If you can't keep working like a busy fool anymore, and own a salon means a lot of different numbers that you need to master. You can't rely on other people. And if you don't have enough money, how are you going to change that? Like you need to pay your team more. We need to. Like maybe you need to pay yourself more. Like maybe you have a salon fit out. Maybe it's looking tired. Maybe you got to pay the VAT or GST on time. Maybe you've got a debt that you need to clear. And you need to stop stressing and pull out that love again for the clients that you had. You see, you're on a journey. You really are. When you started out, you probably were happy doing 70 hours a week. But the next phase, when you get team members and you've got to get them busy, that's when it all goes difficult and all goes wrong. You've got to know your numbers because otherwise your wage bill just gets so out of control. Like literally, when we get down to knowing our numbers, you'll know exactly how to lead your team. It's quite simple. Your journey will take you from doing all the work to getting your team to do some of the work and lift some of the load for you. When I first got my salon called Samson's in Coventry, I remember I took on staff members and I got busy, took another staff member, got busy, took another staff member on, got busy. Maybe that relates to you. I had no problem getting clients in the door. But then by year 4, year 5, clients stopped coming. My team members started getting a little bit cocky. Yeah, maybe some got late, some got sick. It felt like they were just turning up to work. They had no love for it. Then they start asking for more money, and I was scared in case they'd leave. So I'd give them wage rises, and my profit got less and less and less until I got myself into trouble. When I got my next salon, I went to Australia, I migrated there and thought, right, this is the way I'm going to do it. And these are the systems I'm going to share with you today. I changed my correction of what I was doing wrong. And I decided that I was going to do it a certain way. And I went and learned this certain way with trial and error. 20 years later, we cracked it. And then our salon was making so much money. And I remember someone saying to me, "You've got a cash cow." We went, "Yeah, we do." It was really good. And that's the same methodology that we share with our clients, and we're going to share with you too. So the reality is like the way we are at the moment, you see, if you want a 30% increase in your business, right, you got to do something about that. It doesn't just happen. We're seeing salon owners at the moment doing like 10% less, 12% less. Some people are flatlining. But the reality of this is quite simple. Like if you wait 6 months, 8 months, 10 months before you decide to make a change, like look at the gap, it's huge. But like you can change today. And it's a little sidestep. And then you're on that trajectory to hit 30%. And that makes a massive difference. Like you've got to get your team to hit 3 times wage. It's the only way you can make money is if your salon that are working on the floor earns 3 times what you pay them, no matter what anybody says. Like it just is. Let me take a look at this. For example, most businesses we get to see look like this. For every £100 or $100 goes in your till, you're spending about 15 of that on stock, 15%. Your rent's about 8, your wage is 50 or 50%. Some of you guys might have more than that, and that is deadly. Your bills sit about 22%. And that means you're left with about 5%, right? £5 in the 100. What does that really mean? It means that if you really want to pay yourself 50K a year, which is not a lot of money, right? It's not life-changing. Salon's got to do a turnover of 1 million to get yourself 50. All that stress. And the reality of that is it should look like this. Your stock should be 10%, about £10 or $10. Everything else remains the same, but your wage should be sitting around that £35 in the dollar or 35%. And that means you're left with 25% of the money that goes in your till belongs to you. And with these numbers, you only need to turn over 400,000 to pay yourself 100 grand. Can you see the difference? I'm going to pull that back. Take a look at that. If you really want to fix this, you've got to look at your wage percentage and your stock spend. Two of the huge things, but people can't do that. And there's a reason why they can't do that. Because the reality is, salon owners' profits are getting less and less. Staff wanting more money, and that's why they're going self-employed. You've got increasing bills and taxes. Salon owners not knowing their numbers, so they haven't got a clue what the profits are. Inflation's increasing, which means right now inflation's sitting about 4%, which means if you just stayed the same, you're going to be 4% worse off. That's 4 grand in every 100 grand your business takes. But it's not all bad. Salons are closing down, and people from self-employed, I think, are moving over to look for more security. Take a look at one of the systems that we use. Like if you build a better client journey, one of the systems that we show you, take a look here on the circles I've done. Going up by increasing your average bill by $10 makes a massive difference. So if you were charging, let's say 90, you do an average of 100 clients a week, you do 90, that's 468. If you could just get, say, an extra 30 on that to 110, like that's 572. It's over 100 grand more, 2,000 a week. It makes a massive difference. You've got to increase the average spend. A bit of work needs to be spent on this. Increasing your rebooks and increase client loyalty, and your salon will get busy really, really easy. Another one of our modules that we use is called Keep in Touch. Right now, we've automated that, and we'll talk about that a bit later. So, on average, a stylist or therapist is about 30 clients a week. If the return rate was 8 weeks, as you can see at the top, you're doing about 240 clients throughout their client journey. So, 240 clients over 8 weeks is 78,000 a year. But if they extended this, which is what's happening right now as we can speak in, people are dragging their appointments out. You can see the difference. If they drag it from 8 weeks to 12 weeks, you're actually going to be almost 25,000 worse off per stylist or therapist. That's the difference. But the good news is if you've got 12 weeks at the moment and we work it to 8, you'll be 50,000 better off. It is one of the hidden secrets that no one ever talks about. We build this in automation right now, so it's something that really matters. You've got to get them clients returned sooner. You've got to stop your clients dragging out their appointments, and you've got to fill them white spaces. I'm going to pause. These two, went over these really quite quickly. These two modules that we teach are part of the ones that give you that 30% increase in your business. As a salon owner, I'm going to look at you now. As this salon owner that you are, your job is to work on your client journey, to work on your team, to get them busy. But you're not. You're spending too much time working on admin and on the floor. This is what matters. Look at the numbers. It is huge amount of money. And the average salon only keeps 50% of new clients. Like you've got to spend some time on this. You've got to spend some time on that client journey and the keep in touch strategy. Otherwise, your business will literally like be a bucket leaking water. And no matter how much you fill it, it just will not fill. And if client retention is sitting at 76%, it means we're losing 24% of our regulars. Like the question you should be asking is like, why? Why are my clients not returning? And that's why we get confused, because most salon software only tracks the last 90 days. So you go to your salon software and you go, oh, my retention's really good. Well, for 3 months it's checking. Most people's work now with balayages and color, that's average. So it's not even like recording or looking to see what's happening in your business. One of the biggest mistakes right now that people are looking at is relying on their computer system. It's a big no-go because you're sitting there thinking, hey, my business is okay. My retention is sitting at 90%. Is it? So why are you not making any money? Why are you not making any money? Right? Your numbers do not lie. If you want to win at being a salon owner, you need to know what the rules are, and you need to know how to play, and you need to know what the score would be if you won. Otherwise, you're just plodding along. You're just winging it or guessing. And by the way, did you know that on average, the inflation is about 4%? So you lose about 4 grand for every 100 grand. So if you're not growing by 4%, you know what? You're actually going backwards right now. Do you know your break-even point right now? How often do you look at your spendings? I know you're obsessed at checking stock and wage percentages because you should, because it's your role. You're a salon owner. These are things that you know, and I know you don't want to know them. And that's why we help our clients. So check out David. He had a keep in touch strategy. He said to me, hey, we need to get some clients in soon. Okay, send this out. We had a beat the clock email we gave him. He got himself £2,149 into his business, literally within the first hour. That's the power of this. Also, Kate, she had a busy salon when she joined us, over 10 staff, like really. And like Kate hates numbers. So do you know what she does? She leaves it to her accountant. That's it. Accountant, look after it. Kate got into a mess. Kate owed over 85,000 VAT back debt. And she came to us going, I am in the SHIT. I said, okay, we're going to have to do that. So she gave me her numbers. We looked at it. We decided how much we need to increase business by, how much we have to get a staff productive by. We found the holes in her business. And I said, right, 12 months later, we'll be debt free. 12 months later, bless her, she worked like a hardened. She was exceptional. And she stood there and cried and said, my salon's now doing over 500,000 and all my debts are gone. And when you hear that, that's why we coach people. That's the reason we do what we do. Something so simple. I don't know if this resonates with you. If you're in trouble or you need to pay back some debts, there are certain modules that we have that will work especially for that, to clear that debt so you can start living again. Oh, I remember the day that I went to my accountant's. This was when I was learning my skill as a business owner and I was rubbish. And I sat there and he said, you owe 60,000 in tax. And I said, well, where is it? My account's empty. I don't know how I could own that. So I put it on the never, never. I said, okay, I'll pay it off in a year. Do you know how hard it is to pay 60,000 back VAT when you're still paying VAT? It is terrible. You have to grow. That's it. So what's working and what's not? So today you get a choice to be that busy fool, to work on growth activities, spending all day putting fires out every month, hoping you've got enough money at the end to pay payroll, crossing your fingers. I know what it feels like, that hit of your stomach when it hurts, when you can't think straight. Like, or you're going to make the decision to move from being a boss to a leader, and look at your business in a whole new way, because at the moment you're probably doing your social media, you're probably doing your bookkeeping, you're probably working the floor, you're probably training your team, you're probably doing your accounts, you're probably paying bills, you're looking after your stock, and you're probably a mediator to all them arguments in the back room that your staff got. Like, someone has to lead your business. It's going to be you. It has to be you. Then you can delegate some of these jobs off. If you earn a bit more money, you can pay someone to do these. When I first got my salon, I was working 6 days a week and 40 hours on the floor, and I was exhausted when I got home. And I'm sitting there on the sofa working for the next 3 or 4 hours. I had no time to work on salon growth at all, until eventually my takings flatlined. I lost my mojo. I was just turning up for work. It was nothing was happening. Like, until the day I decided that I have to cross some time off in that appointment book and do what is important and figure out what's growth activities, what's non-growth activities, and actually put the right hat on. You probably know what I mean. Like, if you really want to grow your salon, are you making time to finding the good staff members? Are you keeping them? Are you training them? Are you making sure they're on good commission? Are you paying them well? Are you working out to bring clients in? Because we know now you're losing them. Everyone's losing them, no matter who you are. And you're getting your clients to return and not dragging it out, because otherwise you've got to try and find more new clients. If you're not working on this, who is? And maybe that's one of the reasons that you're here today, because you realize that maybe no one's doing it. No one's running my business. That's why 80% of salon owners don't make money. They don't have enough money coming in. They don't have enough time to work on it. But your wage percentage will tell you this. And maybe why 6% of salon owners struggle working week to week. They're just stressed out. It's not the way. It's not the way. We used to think, well, I used to think the busier I was, the more money I'd make, the more money I'd probably think, oh, I had a good day today. You get a bit addicted to this, right? I know you're busy, but you need a plan to get ahead. I know you're busy working in the business, and then, you think you're working on the business and you're just doing more admin jobs, which is worse than working in the business because you're not earning any money when you're doing it. You got to know what to work on and what not. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive. Working all day, and again in the evening, it just doesn't work. You got to have a plan, knowing what to do and then doing it will have a massive positive impact on your journey as a salon owner, on your takings and on your profits. You've just got to make more money so you can breathe and think straight. You've got to control your spending. You've got to stop paying staff more when you can't afford it. Don't buy more stock than you need. Don't buy that new car yet. Learn your numbers that matter. Know your break-even point. Make sure you're making profit, especially in a profit account, which is something we advise, and start looking at your numbers. And please don't rely on your accountant. They're your tax people. We can show you testimonials and testimonials, like I said before. Hey, Richard McCabe, you deserve it. Even my team said, whatever you've done working with us, she's worked with me for 12 years I've been a friend for 15. She thinks you're amazing. Like by far the best salon coach in the world. Have been with Richard every year. Your knowledge he delivers is not repetitive and it adds layers of understanding. I can show you more. But today I think it's supposed to be a bit more like about you. Like the big question you have to ask yourself, are you winging it? Are you working week to week? Have you got no targets or not much tracking or letting the week take you instead of taking it? Like, I remember the year I needed to save some money to get a house. 200 grand I had to save. And I worked really hard to get bonuses and bonuses and bonuses, and it worked because I had a focus. What's your focus right now? Do you have one? Like, it's your life. Like, plan it out. Like, first of all, like, what do you want out of life and get your son to give it? It's simple as that. Find out that big goal and break it into bits. Right now, we've just done a big January module with our team of working out exactly how each staff member, you should grab it. It's going to be in a portal. You jump on. And like if you don't know your numbers, maybe you're not interested, or I'm gonna leave it to the accountant, which is the worst thing ever, let me tell you. Don't understand it, don't want to know, it's too complicated. Like it's hard. Like I wasn't a maths person, but you need to know this stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna rely on your accountant and like they know tax, they don't know business. And that's why we decided a couple of years ago that we'll just do it for our clients. Like otherwise they won't get done. So, we look after your numbers. Every week you'll have, you know exactly how many clients are coming through the door, exactly how much money you need to take. You'll have a history. We've dedicated something which I'll show you soon, about one whole page of looking at your business numbers that we'll collate it all for you so you don't have to. So you get a real picture, not something that's made up on your software that you have to go to 4 different pages, try and find stuff, and then it doesn't tell the truth, and then it's lying because it only tells 90 days worth of stuff. This is real stuff. We're going to show it you, and it's really made a massive difference with salon owners that we coach. We created a salon automation AI management machine. We called it SAM, SAAMM. It's one page dashboard that tells you everything about your business to make sure that you know how to hit target. Every Monday morning, you will look at this dashboard and you'll know exactly what you need to do this week to hit target. We've got AI employees that are going onto websites to get clients and driving them through the door. Automation, anything that's overdue, any mundane task is actually working for you so you don't have to. The whole point we're trying to achieve here is to get you to have some free time in a life, like a marketing planner, centralized messages. One of the bane of a salon owner's life, the messages coming from all different places, like one centralized message place. And a review AI, which we're releasing right now as we speak, it's going to be released today. So, like, I don't know how you can run your business without it. Like, meet Kylie. She had a salon, 9 employees, was super busy but losing money. Maybe you can resonate with her story. We dived into her salon numbers and we had a chat, and she had salon wage bill was 60 something percent, and she had that spread out over them 9 employees. And we chatted with her, and she was really, really struggling. And today she's taken over 1.2 million and growing, and has only 7 staff right now. She was been with us now for about 5 years, so she's been with us a long time. And what her problem mainly was she was overstaffed or she had under clients. And the reality was she had to do something about that. So she went in, had a chat with the team, set down some boundaries, and away it went. And the reality was some didn't stay and some left. And then she started making money. So somewhere along the line, all she needs to do is know her numbers. She still stayed around for the last 5 years because she wants to keep growing and she likes being part of a community of winners. And we find a lot of our clients do that when they come in. So the reality is the big question we want to ask you today is like, what's it costing you? Like the clients that you're losing, maybe the staff that you put effort in and gone, and maybe no profit for another year. Like, no wonder you're stuck. Like, if you're not growing as fast as you should, and if you're losing clients and there's little profits, like the cost is huge. The question is it too much to ask to like have a good salon and happy team and motivated and nice clients and maybe pay yourself some more money or time off with your family? Like, ask away. But no one's going to give you this except you. This is your time. You get one shot. If you don't know how, maybe it's time you learn, you know? Start by stopping reducing some of these, like maybe marketing or, trying to make more profit by having a sideline academy or team members and holding team members irregularly. These are some things that salon owners don't do or some things they shouldn't be doing. And there's a big long list. I don't know if that's you or not. Hey, so far we've come a long way. It's been fast, it's been furious, But so far, you've discovered like why you need to grow your salon. Everyone needs to grow. It's a business. And why you need to make time to work on growth activities. And like why you need to know your numbers and what impact that can really have on your business. But let's talk about you and your salon. I hope you get this one thing. You have all the skills to do this. You do. All the clients we help are just like you. You're just working with an outdated, broken model. Probably learned by your ex-boss or someone who taught you from their ex-boss. And the times have changed since then. Get this right, and you can pay yourself 3 times what you're probably paying yourself now, and pay your team a real livable wage. Have money in the bank, and like plan for your salon's growth. And take some holidays without stressing, and have a real successful business. So many salon owners struggle with the business side of running their salon unless they learn business, like they learn their craft. Like, I don't know about you, but I did a 5-year apprenticeship and went to TAFE for 2 years. I learned my skills. As a salon owner, I just opened up and winged it. No wonder I didn't grow for the first 20 years where I should have been. Like most people are sitting here now, you're probably one of them, that aren't getting the best out of your salon. We have clients that go to, color seminars or they sit in rooms and there are people in that room are moaning of how bad it is being a salon owner right now and how it's dreadful and awful. Some of our clients are going, that isn't me. I don't feel that pain. We're doing okay. And that's the truth, but they've learnt it. Like little profits, if you want to be different, do something different. I don't know how more blunt I can be or straightforward. It took me 20 years of going down dead end roads, employing the wrong people, spending months, putting money on the tax, going the wrong way, wasting that time and wasting money until I figured it all out. You might be at that stage of, I don't know, maybe you're stuck. But I've been there. Like, we've covered that most salons are too busy to do anything. But you don't have to give up that much time to make the difference. Like, stop putting pressure on yourself. Like, why do they get it so wrong? We know you're following an out-of-date model, and you're working on the wrong things. We know that. I call it the war zone. Like most people below 100K takings, it's a small salon, one band usually, probably self-employed. It's just a job, right? If you're working with 1 or 2 staff members, you're just on a journey and maybe you get to the next stage and most people get stuck there. 60% of salon owners you can see on the chart here will get stuck in that war zone, anywhere between 100,000 and 300K. You've got to crack that 300,000. It gets a bit easier once you break 250, but once you break that 300, it really makes a difference. That's when you get to a good living. You can pay yourself a good wage. And our job has always been when we took on clients is to get them up into that good living area. That is our goal for you. Meet Michael. When he came to us, he had 2 salons. He wanted to grow faster. He was doing really well. His takings stagnated. He couldn't figure out what to do. So we dived in, looked at his numbers, looked at his profit and loss, found exactly what his salon was missing. And we decided to, put some sort of focus. And we said, right, okay, let's put 30% on your business. Let's look at your staff productiveness. Let's take a look at your training. And he takings went from 250 to 650,000. He's now just purchased his 3rd salon. So he's now got a group of salons, which is great. And he's been with us now 2.5 years and loving it. And we love it when he jumps on our coaching calls. Always nice to see him booked in my diary. And I want to share with you my way. So if you're still here, that's great. Because I want to show you how simple it is to implement this into your salon. So are you ready to get some great results? Just like, salon owner 1 who had 100 grand in the bank, salon owner 2 who bought a dream house, and paid 250,000 to an extension on it. Salon owner number 3, 60,000 in shares. And then salon number 4, hey, that's you. Let's find out what your story is. So your success plan is laid out in a really simple form. 9 steps. That's all it takes. And it's simple. You got to access where you are today, which is what we do when we onboard you. You got to decide where you want your salon to go. I think 30% increase is good. And then you have a plan and you go and follow it. I need to meet Natalie. She came to us and she was a gun. She had 5 salons and she was busy working and not making much profit at all. Like she wanted to organize her salons and she just felt like she was just rushing around like a busy fool. So we implemented a system to put 5 managers in place, an area manager above that, and she would deal with the area manager. And she is cruising now. I think we took a business from about 1.2 million to about 2.5 in about 2 years' time, which is really good going. But she worked hard. We haven't got any magical powers here. She put some work into that. But like these people were just like you, nothing different. And a simple plan, just 9 steps. That's all it is. Let's break them down. We've got to set you some goals, get you some targets, and get you some focus, get you some more clients, get them to return, and get them to spend more, get to control your spending, make sure you're profitable, make some real money, find some team members, systemize your salon, train your team, then you can buy another salon, live the life, or you can exit. That's it. 9 steps to taking your salon super simple and super easy. So let's dive in. We have the first one, sales. When we start, we have a 30% growth in your business. So we decide that what it is, if we give you focus, if we set you a goal, if we break that goal down to like weekly amounts and monthly amounts, you'll know exactly how many clients you need. So you'll have a dashboard and you'll see every Monday morning, I've got to hit this number, and my average bill needs to be this. I mean, our clients I need to service this week needs to be this, and that's it. You just keep that self-focused in a special, unique way that we show you. Excuse me, and that's it. And the way we do that is really simple. We get 10% is to get new clients in the door. We don't want loads of new clients, just 10%. And then we get the current clients you've got now that are dragging it out. We get them to do 10% return sooner. So again, 10% we showed you that in the worksheet. And then we've got clients with a client journey. We get you to lift that experience up with your clients and get them to spend 10% more, which I think is doable. And that's how we do that. And your first thing, if you want money in your business, we'll spend some time there. Then we look at, right, while we've got money coming in the till, let's make sure we can keep some of that money. So you got to control spending. We've got to, yep, someone's phone's going off. We've got a profit now system that is for you to, control your spending in a special way. Like how much do I put by for profit? How much do I put by for bills? How much do I put by for wages? In a real special way. So you can be profitable and make some real money. And then we look at how do you find the right team members? How do we find team members? There's a special way of doing that. How do we get you off the floor? Well, you've got to systemize your salon and train your team. And then once you've done all that, you've got a real business. And you might go halfway through this, you might start introducing strategies to get new clients, get clients to return, and then you get full and you take on a new team member, you might have to go backwards again. But we've got all that, and this is what you're going to learn. Like 9 things, super simple. Like no more doubts to help you know what you need to do next. One day, every salon will have AI, and you'll be way ahead of the pack when you get to use our SAM. So we set you with a 30% increase in takings. That's 30,000 every 100,000 we get. So most of us, we do that on a regular basis. Give you monthly tracking numbers. We look after that for you. We check in on you every month and advise you on our findings. And we access to our community of salon owners. Like, they're just cool people. And you'll never be alone again. There's always someone to bounce ideas off and know what to work on in your business, not just admin roles. And we do group teaching, so everyone gets to learn together. And we offer you one-on-one help because really, that's what it's all about. Sometimes we just need to have a chat. It's as simple as that. And then let's have a look at your profit, see if we're doing it all right. And then maybe you want to share some of that profit with your team. Hundreds of hours of teaching and previous recording is sitting there waiting for you right now. I want to meet Lizzie. Lizzie had a very small salon when she joined us. Lizzie joined us doing about 120, but she wanted to sell her business. So we sort of looked at her numbers, gave her a plan, told her what to do. And today she's doing 260. She's been with us about 2.5 years, and her salon is good to go. In fact, she's got a buyer. She wants an exit plan. And the reality is that, we gave her, got her salon to the exact amount that she wanted to hit in profit. Because on average, you'll get about 1 times profit or 2 times profit if it's systemized. So that was our plan with Lizzie, and Lizzie did that, which was fantastic. Like I can show you testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. I really can. But the reality is, it's like it comes down to one thing. It comes down, are you ready to do something different? And if you are we the person that you want to do that with? That's as simple as that, really. Because that's what we've got to do. We literally have to decide that it's time for something different. I want something different. And if you want your salon to grow, like how much buy? 30,000, 50,000, 70,000, 100,000? Like, what do you think would be fair investment? I worked with a salon a year ago, and we come to a special deal, and someone else has offered me this deal again. Going to decline them this time. And I said, "I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll work for you for free, and I want half the profit that I increase your business by." And this person who's a friend of mine said, "Yeah, that's what I want to do." And I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, I definitely want to do that." Okay, well, I'm going to earn a lot of money from you. She went, "I don't care, I don't care." So okay, so we increased her profit to 7,000 a month. So she paid me 3,500 a month. 3,500 a month she paid me. And after 6 months, I was making a lot more money. And I was thinking, hey, she was happy she was making a bit of money, but I think 3,500 to get 30,000, is that worth it? Probably. If I increase your business by 50,000, would you give me 15 of it? Yeah, that's fair. Would you give me 20? I think that's still fair. Maybe 25. Fair enough. If I increase your business by 100 grand, would you give me 50? I think that's fair. So reality is, like, I remember working with Zoe. She had 5 salons and she wanted to increase her business. She wanted a better way to run a business, and we increased her business by 30%. Most of her profit came that she was overspending on wages and overspending on stock. And the first month we worked with Zoe, we made her £30,000 because her bills were so high. Just by systemizing her business, it made a massive difference to her. It really did. So, wherever you're at in your business, one man band, 5 team members, 10 team members, or multiple salons, this works with everyone. And you could probably do this without a coach. It might take you 20 years like it took me. I've made many mistakes. The one thing that made me realize that my systems were different was this. I went to a seminar, and it was a very special seminar with a very good friend of mine who was the MD of L'Oreal. And we were sitting there and we had to stand there up each time and have it turned. And I was sitting in a room and there was celebrity hairdressers in there. There were some famous people, some big salons, and me, little minnow, I mean, they stood up and they go, "I'm taking 2 million." Someone else said, "I'm taking 1 million." Someone else said, "I'm taking 5 million." And I stood up and I said, "I'm taking 600,000." And they all turned around and looked at me and I felt I'm out of my place here. They went to stand up and tell us the profit. And one person stood up and went, "I'm making about 5%. Someone else pops up, "I'm making 10%. Someone else pops up, "I'm not making anything." And I pop up, "I'm making 33. I make 240,000. And they turned around and called me a liar. And I showed them the proof and they still called me a liar. It's impossible. It's impossible. The maximum you can have is 20%. There's no way you're doing 33. And I showed it them. I told them how much I'm paying myself. I'm paying myself up to 4,000 a week. They went, "You're not." I went, "I am." And that was the day I realized I had something special. You see, they might have big numbers, but they didn't have systems. They didn't know how to get clients to stay. They didn't know how to get clients to return. They didn't know how to work the client journey. Yeah, they had bigger names than me. And they were celebrities. But I made more money than them. And I think that's what mattered in the end. I want you to meet somebody. I don't know their name yet. They haven't joined us yet. But I think they might need some more money. I think they might want to get off the floor a little bit. I think they might be tired and stressed. I think maybe they want a different way of doing it. Maybe it's you. Remember, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get the same results. So, my 9 steps changed my world. Learn how to get some more clients in the door, learn how to increase their average bill, learn how to get them to return sooner. That's some things as a salon owner you need to be working on. Control some of your spending with our unique techniques, be more profitable, make some real money. Yeah, find some good team members that are really aligned with you. Systemize your salon and get yourself off that floor and train your team. 9 super simple things that we live by, but it gets us some super, super results. And if you're still here, maybe it's time. Now, we know that when we take on salon owners, we had a massive intake once and it really nearly broke us. So we've learned our lesson. So we only take on 5 salon owners at a time. So if you're interested and you click the button below, come and join us. And yeah, once we take out five, the link will stop working and you can join the queue for maybe for next month. But you must be coachable. You must know that what you're doing is wrong and you must want to learn some new ways. I'm going to spend some time with you, so hopefully you'll be fun and happy. But can only take five on. I did some research before this workshop. You know, how much do people take? Coach A is about 1,500 a month, fortnightly hour course. All you get, like fortnightly calls, and that's it. Coach B, 6,000 he charges for 6 months course, just modules and two group Q&As, no one-to-ones. Group C, 2,000 for 3 months. That no one-to-ones, only videos. Now we offer all that. So I think we offer the best value for money in the coaching space. I really do. Like we set up all your numbers, we give you monthly tracking, we give you SAM, like we check on you every single month, access to our community, never be alone again, know what to work on. Remember, you'll know exactly every Monday what to work on. Group coaching, so you learn together, one-to-one help, like profit and loss check-ins, of course, profit share, hundreds of hours of teaching, and something secret, but I've already told you about it, it's SAM. So I think we offer the best value for money in the coaching space. I really do. Like bam, 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 easy, easy. Like it's what matters, you know? And right now, it's 697 to join us per month. That makes me your cheapest employee, costing less than an apprentice. But I think this shouldn't cost you a penny. You know, to cover our fees, you'll need to increase takings by only 150 a week. And I think that's doable. You know, it's like two new clients a week. But I want to do something special. We know when you click this button to get into this seminar, and I want to offer you something super special. So for the top 5 people, not on the wait list, the ones that get through, I want to do a deep dive into your salon profit and loss system, valued at 1,000, to really get to know your business and see if we can find any money right now. I'm also going to do the first month for only $9.99. So you can join right now for the less than a tenner. Like that's going in. And we're looking at your numbers, setting your plan for the year, setting your plan for the week, setting it all up for less than a tenner. Like there's no excuse why you can't be one of the 5. And Sam, the computer system, we 300 a month we charge for that. And I'm going to give you that for free. Only to the first 5. And just literally, I'm going to take off 100 per month on our coaching to save you another 1,200. So you get our SAM. You have 30 days to love it and leave it. So you can join $9.99. And if you hate it on the 29th day, it costs you nothing. We'll give you your money back. So right now, get started for only $5.97 per month for only the first 5 people that click the link below. If you want to chat, book the call, and we'll still hold that if you are one of the 5. But if you the click doesn't click and you go onto our wait list, a form will pop up. It means that you can't have them offers that are there. Now, this really makes me your cheapest employee. I cost less than an apprentice. So first of all, a few questions. If you're rubbish with numbers, don't worry. All our people were when they came to us. That's great. I feel stupid showing you my numbers. Don't. I've seen it all. Even myself have been in a mess. I'm embarrassed how much debt I'm in. Don't be. There's nothing I've not seen before. I'm too busy. I don't have enough time. You do have enough time. All it'll take is 6 cut and blow dries, 6 45-minute slots. That's all. I don't know how to find my numbers. Don't worry about it. We have staff members that will find the numbers for you so you don't have to. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start. That's good because we do. Straight away. The moment you join, we'll send you a welcome email and my VA and my PA will reach out and hold your hand all the way. I'm scared to commit in case I can't afford it later. Well, we don't do any contracts at all, so nothing to worry about. Well, if I don't like it, well, you've got 29 days to get your money back. Or if you want to cancel, you can cancel. It's as simple as that. It's only 137 per week, 2 new clients. To get 2 clients to return or increase the average spending your clients by literally 3. I want to say thank you for your time today. And hopefully I get to meet you on a call. I really do. And hopefully you've realized something that maybe why your business is struggling or maybe why you are finding it quite hard. Hopefully book that call or join us the moment you do. We'll book you an action plan call and let's move forward. Guys, this is the time.